What's up, guys? So today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. As you can tell, we're in the pickup. Got the trailer hooked up. And I got an envelope full of cash. I think you guys know what's up. All right, what's up, guys? So gonna do a quick walk around video of the Blazer now that I got it home. Tried to make this video once already, but for some reason the GoPro corrupted all the files, so we're gonna redo this. Anyways, here's the Blazer. 1972, bright yellow, completely full of rust Blazer. Yeah. It just about has Bluetooth rocker panels going on here. Lots of Bondo in it, unfortunately. This door has definitely seen better days. The whole bottom of it's separating off. If you look at this, they just kind of filled it full of mud and sprayed over top of it. Nice work, right? But I'd show you the inside, but I can't open the driver's door. It's stuck. We got a nice GMC tailgate on what is in fact a Chevy. Hey, we can open this. First time I've tried that. As you can see, it used to be bright red. That's what it says on the glove box even. Well, hey, there's the passenger side mirror. I didn't know that was back here. Finding new treasures. Yeah, just what I figured. This was gonna be rusted out. Oh, that is spray foam. So is that. Well, that's neat. Oh boy. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be holding the body to the frame. This one, that one's loose too. That's interesting. So I'm not sure what these seats are out of, but I don't think they're original. We're doing some Googling. It looks like they might be seats out of like a late Blazer, like 90s model. Because they're kind of got like the OBS style, you got the plastic around the bottom, but they don't look like pickup seats or anything that I've been able to find. The passenger side here, this is the good side. Missing the mirror, but we found that. That's good news. But yeah, this has got the same thing going on. This is just full of Bondo. It looks like the quarter's in decent shape, right? Well, you would be wrong. Because, yeah, they just welded in a piece of sheet metal over top of all of that. You can see the foam a little better from down here. This is kind of interesting. I think they just filled all this in with Bondo and sprayed over top of it. Because look at how, it's about 3/8 of an inch thick. So we can, oh. Look at that. Well, 1/4 inch, I suppose. It might get deeper though, who knows. Some sick custom decals here. Some crossbones. Let's see. Let's do the interior next. This is quite the project. Quick would like to point out the nice purple bubbling window tint that seems to be prevalent on a lot of vehicles around here. So yeah, this is the good door, and as you can see, I honestly think this has got what's going on here going on the door too. I'm betting once I go to clean this off that this is gonna have somewhere along here a piece of sheet metal that was just tacked in across it and then just filled with Bondo to cover it up. Because this doesn't look like factory sheet metal here to me. There's no fold on the bottom of it or anything. And they just put filler, bed liner, and paint on it. Oh, yeah. Nice. Look at that. Well, there's a rivet in there. They riveted it on? I don't know. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? So yeah, it's got new rockers put on it, but as you can see on the other side, they were installed very poorly because that one's barely staying on. And they tried to like rebuild some of the structure here. Kind of interested to see what's behind this because of all these little holes here and whatnot. See what they did. Should be interesting. Anyways, let's get up in here. Check this thing out. I haven't really looked at this yet. Rear seat's optional on these, it looks like, huh? Posi traction. Oh boy. 2-wheel drive, or 2-wheel burnout, it looks like. AM push button radio. Yeah. About that one. This is actually a pretty sweet radio setup. Chopped up for 1 DIN. Single DIN, whatever you want to call it. No, we don't want that anymore. And at first I thought this was a book that they used to wedge in there. I'm not really sure what it is. It's some really dense foam. Yeah, so removable white top, front and rear chrome, black vinyl, on off-road package. That's neat. So yeah, here's the interior. Like I said, I definitely don't think these are the original seats. The plastic trim around the bottom reminds me of like OBS style Chevy stuff. That's metal, huh? Yeah. Thought this one was plastic. Yeah, this one's got the plastic trim around it. But I'm looking for some other stuff with that back seat. I'm assuming these came out of like a 90 Blazer. Or maybe even a Suburban. I don't know if Suburban's third row seats look like this too or what, but yeah. This is the interior, and it does turn over. When I bought this thing, I pretty much bought this sight unseen. And I was kind of worried that the engine wasn't going to turn over or anything either, but got a battery in it. Found the key, which was under the carpet here. And it does in fact turn over. Sounds like the alternator's bad, but we'll worry about that later. Another surprise under the carpet was this nice floor pan patch job. The floor on this side actually looks pretty decent, but probably gonna throw a complete floor pan in here. Oh, one other fun thing over in this thing. The door latch doesn't work on the inside or the outside, but I really do enjoy the barn door latch, just self-tapped into the door and the hardtop. That's a wonderful touch. What looks like someone's used house carpet. I don't know. It's needs some work, that's for sure. Surprisingly, both windows work. The regulators feel pretty smooth. They just need to be lubed up, I think. They don't really catch on anything, so that's a plus. Let's go check out under the hood now. Oh, so we were messing with this a little bit last night, Dad and I were. Got the battery in it. I'm assuming I gotta go through and clean a bunch of grounds up, because when I was trying to turn it over, my dad was shouting in excitement, but apparently there was sparks going everywhere. So, and then it started turning over, so I don't know, we really gotta figure that out. Yeah, here's the engine bay. It looks really strange to me because there's like just lots of room under here. So much more room than the 67. The wiring doesn't look terrible from what I can see, but it could just be that it's all because it's wrapped in electrical tape. So who knows? I'm not sure, but that looks like AC lines running in there. And it does have the vents in the dash. I don't know if it's factory AC or some aftermarket kit that was put in it at some point, but it did have AC at one point. So yeah, oh, and surprisingly it has working brakes. Found that out when we were loading it on the trailer. We had there's 4 guys pushing it up onto the trailer. So we got it pushed up, slammed on the brakes, and then winched it the rest of the way up. Because we used the chain come along, and that just takes forever to winch it up. So we tried to get it up as far as we could. So yeah, that is the basket case. What have I done? This is going to be a lot of work. On the bright side, I only paid $2,500 for it, which is a lot for a bunch of Bondo. But because it's a Blazer, I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so I'm not 100% sure what the plan for this thing is yet, for the Blazer that is. It popped up for sale, and it was really cheap for a 72 Blazer, for obvious reasons. And I actually missed it the first time. Someone else got to it first by a few hours. So yeah, missed out on it. That guy posted it to a Facebook group that we're both in, saying, look at my new project. In the comments of that post, I said I'd buy it off of him and kick him an extra $500 to basically for him to have a quick flip. Well, 2 weeks went by, I never heard anything. He didn't even like or comment on that post, so figured I missed out on it. And he messages me saying that it was more of a project than he wanted and that I had first dibs at it. So I went down and got the thing. Drove about 2.5 hours to go get this thing, loaded it up and brought it home. So yeah, I'm into it for $2,500 so far, plus a $100 battery to see if it would even turn over. Because bought it basically sight unseen. And it's gonna be a big project. But I have a plan, kind of. I've had a lot of time to think in the tractor the past couple days about my decision. And so Sorry, I keep turning and looking at it through the window. But anyways, yeah, the plan for it, what I'm thinking right now for the plan anyways, is to try and restore it to like a driver quality, not get too crazy with it. I've been looking up the sheet metal and stuff for it, and it would be like probably $3,000–$4,000 in just buying sheet metal. That'd be doors, quarter panels, inner panels, floor pan, or the floor pan, as well as front fenders, all that stuff. Basically replace it. Basically everything except for the hood needs to be replaced on that thing. I think the driver's side fender is salvageable if I do a patch along the bottom, which is what I'm planning on doing, because to be honest, I wasn't too happy with the reproduction fenders on this thing. But I'm painting that one red, so it probably wouldn't be as big of a deal on that one. This being a dark color, you can still see all the little minor tooling marks. But anyways, I don't want to spend that much money on it. So my plan is to purchase a pickup bed that's solid, use that for my inner outers and my floor pan in the back. I actually got a line on one of them for about 500 bucks, and the same guy also has a pair of C10 doors. So I'm thinking I can take and modify the C10 doors to fit the Blazer. Haven't compared them too close yet, but I think I can just cut them off here and here on both of them, and then just weld the Blazer stuff onto the new door, the donor doors. The donor doors, everything's solid on the bottom of them, like down in this area is solid on those, but they do need some patches in the corners. But they're 75 bucks a piece, it sounds like, so that will save me a ton of money. Like a few thousand, or a couple thousand anyways, from doing quarter panels and all that. So gonna try and go that route. That way all that I'm buying new will end up being rocker panels, which I actually already have because my dumbass accidentally ordered everything twice from LMC for this, so I have a lot of spare parts just kicking around. Haven't gotten them all sold yet. So I have rocker panels that I'll be able to use. So yeah, I'll be using reproduction rocker panels on it. And then the floor pan. The floor pan is about 500 bucks, it looked like. Well, closer to 6 after shipping and everything, so. But first things first, I gotta get it tore down and figure out what exactly I need, what I can salvage from pickup cabs and stuff. But yeah, the goal is to have this thing in a presentable condition, like a nice driver for about 15 grand. Get to that point, then I'm gonna start thinking about maybe doing something stupid with it, like 3.0 liter Duramax. But that's gonna be a long ways down the road. Because I don't know if you can even, I haven't really been able to find any information on doing them in a standalone. So yeah, I'm thinking a guy could probably take the Haltech system, engine management system, and make it run one. But I don't know. It might not work with the injectors that are in it, because I think it's got piezo injectors. I gotta look that up again. I'm pretty sure the L5P has it, so I don't know why the 3 liter wouldn't. So yeah, it sounds like it doesn't run piezo injectors, so maybe that won't work. Who knows? That's a whole nother cluster in itself. But yeah, you guys want to see updates on that Blazer project and see if I can actually pull off getting that thing restored for $15,000. And also, you know you want to see this thing get finished out. Finally got my stuff to finish up the interior. We got the vinyl and the foam layers on the floor. So yeah, we'll start finishing off the interior. There hasn't really been much of an update for this thing lately, but I did manage to get the center console built the other day while it was raining. So still gotta take that apart, glue everything. Subwoofer's mounted in it. Had to modify the back wall to fit the subwoofer, but I think I'm gonna trim this a little bit yet before putting the foam and the vinyl on it. So yeah, this thing's getting there. And then there's that blazer. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, please go check out my other stuff. Maybe we can get the channel monetized, because I feel like the blazer's gonna cost me a lot more than what I'm planning. Later.